Ty, calm down.
Boys will be boys.
Ty.
Coming in 2016.
Jesus, calm down.
Rolling in hot. Woo! So, what's been on your mind, Brian? Let's banter for the folks here for Boys Will Be Boys.
Okay,
Episode 3 of the second season.
So second season, pressure's on. They've heard our shtick before. They know what's going on. We got to throw a curveball at them. We got to do something they're not expecting.
I'm pregnant with the potential for this season.
Pregnant with potential.
And it is moving out the birth canal of my
out
mouth
of your...
and into the microphones for the audiences to hear.
How many months in are you?
Cinco y cuenta.
Well,
that's just a little joke that we have.
Go ahead and explain it.
Cinco y cuenta is like a Spanish number, but doesn't actually mean anything if you think about it.
Well, it's a Spanish number, so it doesn't mean like
50, 54.
Either 15 or 54. Anyway,
we have fun here on Boys Will Be Boys.
We got a stacked show today. A couple of real characters.
Although I would like to emphasize the fact that they are not characters; they are real human beings.
They're only characters in the sense that their personalities are colorful, to say the least.
I think you could say that their characteristics are almost exaggerated, but they are still real, living, breathing human beings with hopes, dreams, feelings, fears, desires,
turn-ons, allergies,
and
STDs,
and the like.
So, without further ado, here we go. Our first guest. I am here with our first guest of episode 3. He designs board games for a living.
Good afternoon, thank you.
Ronald
P. Newcomb here. It's great to be here. I've been meaning to be on the show for a long time.
We've been missing connections, I feel like, for the last couple of months, but we finally got you on the show.
Yes.
Talk about some of your new board games you've been working on.
I'm very excited. I've actually developed a new board game specifically for Boys Will Be Boys.
A custom board game?
Yes. It starts...
What the fuck?
Hello.
Ronald?
It is I, the Riddle King.
The Riddle King?
Twins, we met last.
I am confused. Ronald's mouth is open and his eyes are rolled back in his head, and yet there's voices coming.
Ronald is no more. The riddles commence.
Is this like a possession? What's happening right now?
It is I, the Riddle King.
The Riddle, is this Ronald, is this like a
I will lay waste to you feeble humans.
I'm just gonna roll with this. I'm not gonna try to fight it, because frankly, I don't understand it.
The Jester is atop the throne.
Okay, so should I call you Riddle King or the Riddle King or like Sir Riddle King? What do you go, or like?
What does one call the King of Riddles, who is so small?
Oh, I get it. This is a riddle.
You may call me Wendell.
Wendell?
Wendell.
Wendell the Riddle King. Very enthusiastic. Wendell, okay, I'm just not going to address the fact that Ron has started to bleed from the eyes.
He is long dead.
Wait.
His meat sack is my corpse now.
Riddle King, is this how you operate? Do you like use people's bodies as vessels?
I have passed from vessel to vessel for nigh on generations.
Generations? How many? A generation, I think, is 20 years. How many of these are we talking?
If a generation is 20 years, and I have gone through 30 generations, how old am I?
30 times 20, carrying the 1. 500 years old?
It is a riddle, for I have been alive for time immemorium.
So you... Wait a sec.
You have been deceived and tricked.
It appears that I have. Riddle, where did you come from?
I was born of the greatest misery, and now I have come to rain down upon the peoples my own miseries.
Okay, so Riddle King, let's just jump into your backstory here a little bit. You're from, let's see, 500 years. What era was that? 500 years ago.
King Arthur times.
Is that what they were called? The King Arthur times?
That's how we referred to them.
Okay, so you're from King Arthur times. You know Merlin or?
No, Merlin. I was his murderer.
You murdered Merlin?
And I took his powers, and I am using them to riddle trick
Wendell,
the world.
Wendell, you're a wizard?
Wizard Wendell.
I thought you were a king. Are you a king or a wizard?
I am now the king. I was once the jester, but the fool has arisen.
So, wait, did you kill King Arthur?
I'll never tell, but yes.
Okay, you just told me. You're very chipper, I have to say.
I have been in exile for hundreds of years.
What have you been doing? Have you just been jumping from body to body?
Bouncing around.
Do you like to bounce?
I love bouncing.
Riddle King. This is just really straight. We've had a handful of fantastical people on the show with exotic backgrounds, I'll say, but I don't know if we've ever had someone on who's, dare I say, immortal?
This is a broadcast show, am I correct?
Sure.
I would like, then, to use this time to send a message to my wonderful Lady Guinevere.
Guinevere, is this a former lover? Or a sister, maybe? Or what?
We were about to be lovers, and then that silly King Arthur came in, and he said, "No, she's mine."
This is starting to make sense a little bit. So you and King Arthur got into a little a fight over a woman you were both interested in.
He was the king, and I but the jester of the court.
Right, you said that. You were the jester of the court.
And they would throw various pickles and tomatoes at me.
Yeah, let's talk about your time being the jester for the king. What were some of your duties besides receiving these pickles and tomatoes?
I would try and come up with riddles for which the king could not solve.
Oh, okay, so you're kind of an entertainer doing the riddle thing. Can you tell me some of the riddles that you told the king that were impossible to solve?
If a shark is a shark,
mm-hmm.
and the dance is a jig,
what?
How will I know when I've met a pig?
Okay, Wendell, you know that just because you make the riddle rhyme doesn't make it a riddle.
Time and again, we dance and we dance. Who could go to the dance?
Okay, that time you just rhyme dance.
It's
dance.
been a long time since I've done this.
You're a little rusty.
Rusty and Krusty.
No, I didn't.
Fell down a well.
That's Humpty Dumpty.
Who in the world would like to go to hell? Because you will soon after my evil plan.
So, Riddle King, I'm assuming the way this thing panned out with King Arthur is you got the upper hand. How'd you take him out of power to win the hand of your wife?
She unfortunately was not my wife. She was his.
Oh, so you stole.
So I took Merlin's powers.
Killed him.
By beating him in a battle of wits.
A battle of wits?
What is that?
What is a battle of wits?
It's a battle of wits.
But what is it?
We will tell each other riddles, and whomever cannot solve the riddle first loses their life and their life force.
Oh my! So this is a battle to the death. Whoever can't solve the riddle.
And I absorbed him and his powers into me.
You absorbed him?
Yes.
Not just his powers, but like his physical body?
It is an ancient magic and an ancient contest.
Merlin is inside of you, Wendell?
I can feel the magic in me. And so I used his magic to strike down King Arthur. But Lady Guinevere was unfortunately caught in the crossfires.
Oh, no.
And they were both killed. And I swore I would rain down my miseries upon this earth.
Oh my god, I feel your story just took a A tragic turn. See, here I thought you were just a delusional jester that murdered the king.
That's how it started.
Oh, okay, so I was right. But it turns out you have quite a tragic spin going on here.
A tragic spin.
Oh, this is a riddle.
Out through the door.
Okay.
I will be lonely forevermore.
Tragic spin throughout the door. Be forever.
It's not a riddle. I'm just sad.
I'm sorry. I was trying to solve it. I thought we're not in a battle of wits right now, are we?
No, you would be dead already.
Oh, you're very confident.
My wits are sharp. My bones are strong.
Is this a riddle, or are you just...
I will never go along on a walk with my Lady Guinevere.
Don't cry. I have to say, Ronald P. Newcomb's body is rapidly decaying over the last 5 minutes or so. The skin is just falling off like leaves.
I expect my vessel will be fully decayed within the next few minutes.
What happens when the vessel decays?
I bounce on to the next.
Well...
Usually anyone within my sight.
Seeing as we're the only two people in the room, I don't really feel comfortable. How much longer do you think Ronald's body will be able to hold you?
I'd say 20 minutes tops.
20 minutes tops.
Maybe less.
All right, well, I guess we'll just put that aside for now and move on.
Let's move past it.
So, Gwen Nevere was your wife.
Thank you for... She was not my wife.
Oh, she was the King Arthur's wife that you accidentally killed. Okay, we don't have to rehash all this. So what have you been doing? You lived through the King Arthur times. What were the next times after that?
Then there was the bubonic plague, where I learned a lot.
You learned a lot?
I learned about the spread of disease.
Now, Riddle King, you weren't the one spreading these plagues, were you?
If I go into someone's body and they have a disease, and then I transfer and bounce into someone else's body, the disease will follow.
So the disease sticks with your spirit, it sounds like.
And I transfer it.
But does it stay with that first person you were in?
Yes.
So you're like a living virus.
The Riddle virus, as they've been calling it on the news.
I've been hearing about that, actually. That's from you?
Yes. And soon I will have enslaved and destroyed the entire world.
Jesus, another one of you guys. It seems like half the people we have on this show want death to America or world domination.
It just seems like a nice place to be.
Apparently so. A place
at the top of the heap of bones.
Sitting in the throne?
Is this now you're starting to get it.
Is this a quest for power, maybe, that you never got in King Arthur times?
I have been trying to just find a throne. Any throne.
Not even one of power, just a large chair, maybe?
I want to sit down. I'm so tired.
I was going to say, you've been standing in the corner of the room this whole time.
Whenever I take over a body, it goes rigid and stands straight up.
Yeah, with rigor mortis. Okay, well, I noticed Ron's hand is now dangling from the bone in his wrist. I assume we only have maybe 18 minutes until full decomposition.
I don't know all of these so-called science terms.
Not science terms, just said bone and hand and wrist.
Bone?
Yes.
In the tomb.
Oh.
Forever alone. Wombs will give birth to the Riddle King throne.
I feel like none of your riddles really lead to an answer.
Isn't that the ultimate riddle?
I suppose.
Is there an answer?
Have you ever been stumped by a riddle, Riddle King?
Never.
Never?
I have. It sounds like you're challenging me to a battle of wits.
You know what? Maybe I am.
Do you understand what this entails?
It entails that whoever loses the battle of wits dies?
It's absorbed.
What happens if I win? Do I absorb you?
That would be true. However, I have never lost, and I have hundreds of bodies inside of me.
Oh my god.
This is what causes The decay.
Who else is inside of you?
George Washington?
The first president.
Macklemore and Ryan Lewis?
The rap duo.
And of course, King Arthur, to name a few.
So the few you picked were George Washington. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis? You got both?
They're a tag team.
Oh, they count as one.
You can't have one without the other.
I guess not. Well, some would argue you could have Macklemore without Ryan Lewis, but let's not.
That's not fair.
You big Ryan Lewis fan?
They're yelling inside my head. You're starting... Okay, they've been fighting about this for years, and you just started it back up.
Did I just spark the rivalry?
Oh, they're pissed. Oh, they're really mad.
What are they saying?
They keep trying to, like, they're singing their songs.
Are they, like, rap battling?
Yeah, like, they're singing their songs over each other.
Like, DJing?
Yeah. Quiet down, you two.
All right. Okay, we won't do a battle of wits. I don't want to go too hardcore, but let me just, can I tell you a riddle and see how good you are?
Sure.
Okay. If a red house is red and a blue house is blue, what color is a greenhouse?
It depends on what color you've painted it. Normally,
you're avoiding the question.
Normally, a greenhouse will be built, and then a painter will be hired to paint the house.
You're describing the process of painting a house.
First, you will hire a usually a general contractor.
No, I'm well aware.
Who often hires a subcontractor to take on smaller parts of the process.
Okay, so once the process is finished, what color is the house?
Then the house will be in escrow for 30 days.
We're not selling the house. We're just painting it.
Well, you paint it after you've bought it.
I'll let you off the hook on this one.
Because
Wendell.
I was correct.
Okay.
Greenhouses are made of glass.
Ooh.
So clear.
Good one.
Unless there are plants inside, so it would be green.
'Tis the nature of the riddle.
'Tis indeed, 'tis indeed.
Now, what's the perfect riddle to you? What are the component? You know how jokes have structures. What's the perfect structure of a riddle?
Rhyme.
And then
that's the best part.
Just rhyme, really?
Listen, I'll make up a riddle right now.
Okay.
And it'll knock your socks off.
Okay.
And it's not even going to really mean anything.
Okay. Lay it on me.
When sound is made on midnight query.
Midnight query?
Which of us will be most query?
Me.
There is no answer.
That's not a riddle.
That is the ultimate riddle.
Okay, Riddle King, back to your little timeline here. So you went through King Arthur times. You went through the bubonic plague. What was next?
The 80s.
You took a long break there from the bubonic plague to the 1980s?
The 1880s.
Oh, okay, this makes a
the
little
Jane
bit more
Austen era.
The Jane Austen era.
I went through Pride and Prejudice.
The
Persuasion.
Okay.
Other Jane Austen books.
And then this takes you into the 20th century.
Correct.
Revolutionary times.
Every one of my times has been revolutionary because I constantly start wars.
What wars have you started?
Revolution. The NBC TV show where all of the power turns off in the world.
You're the showrunner for NBC's...
I was until they fucking canceled it.
Oh my god, I heard about that. You must have been pissed.
I was angry to say the least. You could say there were some executive shakeups in the wake of a unexpected virus at the NBC offices.
This wasn't the riddle virus, was it?
It was Zika.
Zika. Zika is you too?
I popped down to South America.
You just popped out. You bounced.
I bounced into someone who had Zika, and I popped back up to NBC Universal
Riddle
in
King.
San Diego.
That's really evil of you. You're an evil man.
One might say, and one
is saying that. I'm saying that.
One will say, and two will ask, but three will know where
4
you are tasked. Oh.
So Riddle King, why are you in this board gamers body, who's, by the way, melting off of his skeleton. It's a little scary now.
Perhaps he will return to tell you of his board games, but for now he is but my vessel.
You said he's dead.
It's unclear.
It looks pretty clear to me. The eyeballs are hanging out of his skull.
People have survived.
People have survived, but not this guy.
For example, I once possessed Andre the Giant, and he spit me back out immediately.
The wrestler?
Sí.
Do you speak Spanish, Rogue?
Cinco y cuenta.
You speak French, like Andre the Giant? Andre,
he speaks French.
I think he's
Andre.
Andre.
I am fluent in French.
In French? Speak some French to me.
Je me plaire.
What did you just say?
I said, je me plaire.
No, in English, what did you just say?
In English, I just said like random babble words.
Oh, so you don't speak French?
I do not.
Oh, you got
the riddle
me.
has been tricked.
What a good riddle. So, tell me about your time in Andre.
He spit me right out. It was only like 3 seconds.
Oh my God.
He's big and strong.
He is really, but you know who's stronger though? Hulk Hogan. He suplexed him.
I can neither confirm nor deny that was when I was in Andre the Giant.
Maybe that's what happened. You happened to go into him that 3 seconds, and he got slammed.
He was focused on spitting me out.
Yeah.
And he got slammed.
I hope this helps you get closure.
I'm sorry, Andre.
So after the Andre the Giant times, we're now maybe.
And now we're here.
Oh, straight here. No stopping.
See.
So you're in the board game. What's the current plan here? Are you still on the Zika thing? Are you the Riddle virus thing? Are you still scorned from? What's your motivation?
I'm trying to get my virus all throughout the land. Have you seen
the world?
The land.
America.
Just not the sea, the land.
The continent of North America.
All throughout the land. Like all land on Earth.
Okay, so
None
everywhere.
of the bodies of water.
Why
or
not
the
water?
air.
So if people want to survive this apocalypse, just
you go
get
up
on
or
a
you
boat.
go down.
You go up or you go down?
You can go under the land into the ground, or you can go above the land into the air.
But if you're under the ground, aren't you still part of in the land?
I said on the land.
Oh, you didn't say in the land.
Either way.
This is important,
ashes
Wendell.
to ashes, dust to dust. I will go and be the best.
So that wasn't a riddle because it didn't meet your criteria of rhyming.
It was a slant rhyme / slant riddle.
I don't think that's quite what happened, but
answers unknown. Questions we ask. Who will win? That's what I'll ask.
Okay, so Ron's head just rolled off his body and onto the floor. I'm getting a little concerned. Is it almost time for
I will soon transcend.
Should I bring someone in here? Because I'm worried you're going to go into me. And
I'm going to go into you.
Don't go into me.
Well, we could have a battle of wits.
And if you win, you get to go into me. And if I win, what happens? What do I get?
Wait, I think you said that wrong. If I win, I absorb you and your powers. If you win, you absorb me and my powers.
Don't you go into me because you need a new vessel. If I go into you,
basically what I'm saying is the only way for you to survive is to beat me in this battle of wits and absorb my power.
Okay, battle of wits then. I guess I don't have a choice. Would you like to go first?
I always do. That's why I've always won, because no one can answer my riddles.
Wait, something's wrong here.
Take a cow and drink its milk. Which of us will be its ilk?
Like between you and me?
Answer the riddle or be consumed.
Can you repeat the riddle?
Take a cow and drink its milk.
Yeah.
Which of us will be its ilk?
Which of us will be his ilk? Well, I got a 50-50 shot. Unless he means which of us, as in the collective us, as in like everybody on Earth. I'm gonna say you.
No.
Wait.
What?
You.
No one has ever correctly answered my riddle.
I got it right? Oh, what's happening? Oh!
Oh, Your Highness!
Oh my
god! Much fun, much fun.
Bright lights. What's happening?
Now tell me a riddle, and I will attempt to answer. I have never been asked a riddle before. This will be great fun.
Okay. The sky so big, so blue. What am I about to say to you?
Wait, that's not fair. That's not even a riddle.
Well, yes, it rhymed.
Why are you saying there's no clear answer to that?
There was no clear answer to anything you've been saying the last 20 minutes.
Well, I wasn't about to be absorbed by them.
Well, that's not how this
This
works.
is-
That's not fair at all. You're a cheater, sir. Wendell? 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 Oh, shit.
The Riddle King was an
The body that Riddle King was in just exploded, and he's gone. I guess there's just smoke in the shape of a question mark. I'm gonna take a break and clean up this mess. This has been an interview with Boys Will Be Boys. We'll be right back.
Boys will be boys. We are back here. Boys in the afternoon.
Boys in the afternoon delight is like what we like to say.
We're here to have a pleasant conversation.
A little tit for tat, as you might say.
So, Brian, here is my tit.
Give
Show
me
me
your
your
tit.
tat.
I will receive your tit, and I will give you my tat.
Tat received.
Tit given.
Now, our next interview is going to be interesting. Would you say that you agree?
I would say, yeah, I would agree.
And you can expect more of this high-quality banter after the interview. Thanks for sticking around.
Boys will be boys.
And boys will be boys. We are back here. This is your co-host, Tyler. And, you know, we've had a lot of very strange guests on lately. Going back to, I'd say, the end of the first season, there have been a lot of mythical creatures. There have been a lot of people uncovering deep, dark conspiracies. And we thought it would be good to kind of get more grounded. So we've got just a normal guy from down the street. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Like you said, I'm just a normal guy, salt of the earth, someone you want to bring home to your girlfriend's parents and give them a big smooch on the cheek.
Wait, someone you want to bring home to your girlfriend's parents.
That's right. That's what I said. You heard it here.
And then
salt of the earth.
Give him a smooch on the cheek.
Just a big old wet smooch.
See, if I were to bring you home to my girlfriend's parents and then smooch you on the cheek, I think that they would probably not be happy with me.
It's not it's everyone can get in on the smooching.
Oh, so the parents are also going to be smooching.
It's a big smooching orgy. It's the American way.
Okay, so we've got Daniel here. Welcome, Daniel.
Daniel, my birth name is Daniel, but people call me Miles.
Daniel Miles.
Prour.
Either one. Miles Prour.
Miles Prour.
You know,
But you can call, Daniel's my birth name.
it's a little unsettling how you're wearing so much yellow.
Well, that's because this is my uniform.
Your uniform.
My uniform, bright yellow. I'm sponsored by Butterfinger, and that's where the yellow is coming from.
What do they sponsor you for?
I drive cars, sir. I race them, and I race them fast.
So you like to go fast.
I like to go mighty fast.
So, Miles, why don't you tell us more about this driving that you've been doing? Are you in like a NASCAR kind of thing?
So as I said, I'm sponsored by Butterfingers. So if you're listening and you just got a hankering for a snack, go out to your local Butterfinger store, pick yourself up a tasty pack of Butterfingers, and pop them in your mouth and just suck on them Butterfingers.
Do they sell Butterfingers in packs? Now that you mentioned
You know,
that?
that's the marketing team's job. My job is just to get out there and get the troops rallied Put the Butterfingers in your mouth and suck them dry.
Suck those Butterfingers dry.
Miles per hour. Want to go fast. Woo!
Okay. So what we've gathered so far is your name is Miles Prour.
Miles per hour. Number one driver in the world.
So just miles per hour?
No, Miles Prour. Proure.
Okay. How fast would you say you go, Miles?
How fast would I say I go? That's like asking a rock hurtling through space at God knows how many miles per hour. How fast it's going.
So you would liken yourself to an asteroid.
I am an asteroid. People call me the Asteroid.
I thought that people call you Miles, even though your birth name is Daniel.
My birth name is Daniel.
Daniel Prour.
My nickname.
You say your maiden name?
No, okay. Back up, bub. My birth name
Butterfingers?
is Daniel Finger.
I can see why you changed it.
My nickname is Miles Prour.
So when you were a child,
my people's name is the Asteroid.
Your people's name?
That's what the people call me.
Okay. That's usually what a nickname is.
Very different things, my friend.
Okay. I guess that's kind of like in like European countries, how you have a birthday and a name day.
What's a European?
Someone from the continent of Europe.
Continent of Europe. Is that where they race those funny looking flat cars?
Yes.
That go fast, but not quite as fast as the Asteroid?
So you're driving an Asteroid. Is that what you call your car?
No. Do I need to do this again? My birth name is Daniel Finger.
Wait, so I just want to ask. When you're a kid in school and on like the roster they have like your last name, comma, your first name,
yes.
Would they say Finger Daniel?
They would say Fingel.
They would mess it up and they'd say Fingel?
Okay. Fingel is my mother's maiden name. My father's maiden name is Finger. It was a Fingel-Finger wedding.
Did she hyphenate her name?
Her name was Mary Finger Fingel.
So normally you would put your original maiden name first, so it would be Fingel-Finger.
It was out of sign of respect for my father, but it was a different time. Men were... do I have to explain all this?
Explain gender politics through the ages to me.
So I was born in 1973.
That's all I need to know. Thank you.
Alrighty then. You're a whip smart student.
You could say I'm fast.
You got a good head on your shoulders. Learner. How fast have you driven, son?
I'd say the tops probably 90 miles per hour.
90 miles per hour. Yeah. Okay.
I drive a Kia Soul.
Kia Soul. You drive a Kia? Where do they make them Kias? Canada?
Korea.
Korea? What are you saying?
The Kia is a Korean company.
I don't understand the language you're speaking to me right now. I drive a Chevy.
I don't know if Chevy makes like full-on racing cars. Do you just drive a regular Chevy?
I drive a Chevy Tahoe truck.
That's your racing car?
No, that's my day-to-day car.
Okay, what's your racing car?
My racing car is a Hyundai.
A Hyundai?
They're cheap to make. They're efficient on gas. And they got plenty of room for them yellow, bright-ass Butterfinger paint.
Okay.
So you want a Butterfinger?
I don't really like Butterfinger.
I got a pack right here if you want. I brought a whole bag.
They're so crunchy and it's too much.
I'm sponsored though. I got a lifetime supply of Butterfinger.
Can you just crinkle the bag in the microphone and pretend that I'm eating it?
Are you in the habit of making things up on your own show?
I would like to take an editor's note and say Boys Will Be Boys does not use sound effects. Everything you hear is 100% real.
Thank you for the disclaimer.
Parenthetical ended.
You never started it.
I started one in episode 1, season 1. And you're
going to
ended it? And I ended it just now. Now we can really start. Boys Will Be Boys. Here we are with our first guest of the series.
My birth name is Daniel Finger. My mom's maiden name was Fingel. She hyphenated Fingel-Finger. My nickname is Miles Prour because I go fast in the race car. But people call me the Asteroid.
Okay.
Nice to meet you. And I'm sponsored by Butterfinger.
Okay, so you've been dodging this question. Are you a competitor?
Dodging cars on the track, that's one thing for sure.
Are you a competitor in the NASCAR circuit?
I have competed in NASCAR.
But are you currently...
Not at the given moment.
I don't mean now as we sit here in the studio.
I am not under contract for NASCAR.
So what you're saying is you drive your Hyundai around
That is not
in an
what I said.
unsanctioned and irresponsible...
I drove for NASCAR one time, which makes me a NASCAR driver.
I don't know if that's true. I mean, technically,
Well, it happened.
you drove...
Believe it.
For a... Wait, does NASCAR like sign people on to do just one race?
There's no signing, son. You get on that track, you rev your engine, and you just get gone.
I'm pretty sure that's
my
not
catchphrase
true.
for it. It's across my bumper. Get gone.
Just get gone?
Get gone. And then under it, in quotation marks, lightning.
Get gone, quote, lightning.
Yeah, that's
Sponsored by Butterfinger.
That's what the newscasters call me, is lightning.
I am pretty sure that the only time a newscaster would be talking about you, since you're an unsanctioned racer, would be in the police chase trying to get this person who stormed onto a NASCAR circuit in just a Hyundai and drove around without permission in a yellow Butterfinger sponsored car.
Have you heard the phrase, it's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission?
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't heard that until after I already did this, and it made a whole lot of sense to me.
So, at the time, you were like, I'm going to have to ask for permission.
Well, that's what I did. I went to the gate C at the NASCAR track, just right up here, and I
asked for permission.
I asked the front gate, will you let me in? I want to race. I want to get gone.
Get gone.
And the man said,
you know what you should do? You should get gone. That's a little joke we have here on Boys Will Be Boys.
Is that an inside? Is that a had to be there type of situation?
Yeah, it's kind of like my catchphrase.
Well, guess what? Only one guy with a catchphrase around here, and that's me, Miles Prour.
You know what, Miles? I have something really important I want to tell you. Okay, are you ready for this?
Shoot.
Why don't you listen up? Get gone.
I like you, son.
Oh, boys.
You got a good head on your shoulders.
Boys are being boys right now. This is what we started this show for. We're finally getting to our first guest. It's a shame that Brian's not here. However, why don't you go ahead and listen back for that first parenthetical, loyal listeners, and listen all the way through up till now, and you will fully understand the gravity of this great connection I'm making.
Gravity can't stop an asteroid. That's one thing I know.
I'm pretty sure gravity is what causes an asteroid to collide.
Do you think there's gravity in space, son? Where did you go to school?
America?
Good for you. None of this people are outsourcing our schools to European and Canada and where else, God knows.
Korea?
Where?
I thought, wait, so you know that schools are, or you think that schools are being outsourced to European?
I don't think anything. I know.
You know everything.
I didn't say that. I said I know.
Everything that's in your head is something that you know.
Or else it wouldn't be there. That's logic.
So you never have inklings or hunches.
I had a hunch once. My seat wasn't, I don't want to get into it.
Okay, so everything in your head is confirmed. Anything else, you don't even let in there.
That's what my mom taught me. Don't listen to reason or logic or people who might be better educated than yourself. They'll just poison your mind with lies and deceit. Just trust your heart. Drive onto that track and don't let anybody stop you from following your dreams. Miles per hour. Woo!
For some reason, I just remembered the fact that you have your catchphrase followed by quotation lightning on your bumper. Is that any relation to Lightning McQueen?
From the movie Cars?
Yes.
I love the movie Cars.
Okay, that makes a little more sense to me. Because I was wondering where just the quotation of the word lightning was coming from.
You know in the movie Cars, how they're all a bunch of cars?
Yeah, that's the point.
And the cars are talking.
Yeah.
And they're racing.
Yes.
How great is that movie?
I thought it was probably the worst Pixar movie.
Well, I'm just not going to listen to that because that's not what I was taught. But Cars is how I live my life. Every time I'm in a tricky spot, I just pop my own Cars in and just sit down, grab a pack of Butterfinger, snap one off, and just study Cars.
See, I'm really interested in the fact that you're not a professional. You're actually probably a criminal who trespassed onto NASCAR property. But Butterfingers is still sponsoring you. You have a lot of Butterfingers merch. I see that you have actual, paperwork for me to sign regarding promoting Butterfingers on our show.
It's all very official. I'm endorsed by Butterfinger.
Do they know that you're not an actual sanctioned NASCAR driver?
Look, Butterfinger didn't come. I took the initiative here. I went to Butterfinger's headquarters in Missouri, and I walked in the headquarters and I said, "My name is Miles Prour, and I want
Miles per hour." Did you tell them
Miles
that?
Prour, and I want to race.
You're
for
being
you.
very unclear with how you pronounce your
Let
name.
me
Very
clear the air
inconsistent.
for you. My mother's maiden name.
No, I don't need to hear the whole thing. Okay.
Well, you seem confused, son.
Can I just call you Daniel?
Who's Daniel? Daniel? Oh, my birth name?
Your actual name.
Well, I should be clear. That's my adopted birth name.
Oh my God. Okay, so what's your actual birth name?
My actual birth name is Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Not Jeffrey, just Jeff.
Just Jeff.
Jeff Finger.
Jeff Finger.
Okay, let's not go through the list of your names over and
It's
over
important to
again.
keep it straight so I don't forget. But the Butterfingers, they keep me sharp.
They keep you sharp.
A lot of sugar, connecting synapses, building memories, building muscle mass.
Let's build some memories here today.
Let's.
What else do you do in your spare time?
I work in a shop, working on cars.
Okay. That's more like your job.
I got a
spare time.
DVD scratch remover, and I'm in the garage all day just working on
working
cars.
on the DVD of
There's
Pixar's Cars.
There's a bunch of scuffs on the disc, and it skips every time it gets to that scene where Mater and Cars, the red car, Lightning.
The one that you'd quoted on your own car.
It's the scene where they're going and tipping over the tractors, like they're cow tipping, but instead of cows, they're tractors.
Because tractors
Are
are
on
rural.
farms, yeah.
Yeah.
You get it? And it always skips past, and it's my favorite scene in the movie, and they're not even racing.
How do you know it's your favorite scene if it skips past every time?
Because I only see 5 seconds of it, and it's just the best part of the movie, and I want to see more.
See, I find that telling about the quality of Cars, the movie, because the best scene is just a 5-second clip where you don't have to see any resolution.
What do you know about the quality of Cars?
I've seen it before.
Have you seen an engine?
Wait, are we
bumper?
talking about the movie or an actual car
Tires?
now? I've seen all of these things.
Upholstery?
I've never seen upholstery.
Well, there you go. There's a first time for everything, son. You got a good head on your shoulders. Keep it up. Have a Butterfinger.
We are making memories. We are connecting synapses here.
Staying sharp. Going fast.
Get gone.
Get gone. Woo!
Woo!
There you go. A
You
little
know,
bit of spark. I like that.
listeners, I have to say that his folksy charm is sort of winning me over, despite the fact that nothing he's saying makes any
You
sense.
want some iced tea, son?
I don't know about iced tea, but I feel like I could kind of go for a Butterfingers now.
You know what? Here's Butterfinger. I'll grab one from the bag. Catch. Okay, you didn't catch it, but that's okay.
I'm not as quick as you.
The Butterfinger will make you quick. Will connect your synapses. Keep you sharp.
It's so hard.
I've had these Butterfingers for 7 years. Lifetime supply. They didn't tell me it was all going to be at the same time.
That's a good Butterfinger.
That's a good Butterfinger.
I gotta say.
Yeah, so you feel the charm washing over you.
I can feel the charm.
You feel the
I
synapses?
want to go fast.
You want to go
I
fast?
don't want to be the best. I want to
Woo!
go fast. I gotta go fast.
Gotta go
Woo!
fast in the world. Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen
Miles
and Mater.
Prour.
Here we go.
Woo!
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Is that your nickname?
That's my nickname now. I gotta go fast.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm the blue blur. Woo!
I like that. Blue blur. I like
You're
that.
too slow.
I'm in yellow. You're in blue.
Where?
You just had your first Butterfinger high.
Oh my God.
Feel
what
good.
was
didn't
that?
it? It's Butterfinger laced with cocaine.
I don't feel so good.
Well,
Is this the second or third time I've been drugged on this show with
Don't ask
seemingly
me.
innocuous? Like the first time I think was lemonade, which was really semen.
see if you just
And
would have taken my iced tea, that would have just been iced tea with LSD. ISD is what I call it.
I would have thought it was more like grandma's iced tea.
Actually, LST. That's a better name for that. It's a better pun.
Grandma, is it grandma's iced tea or lemonade? The thing from Batman versus Superman.
Grandma's iced tea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a jar of piss.
Batman versus Superman. Who are you picking that fight? Which one's faster?
Well,
now, bats have wings.
but Superman
He's
is like
got super in his name, so it kind of makes you wonder.
he's definitely the fastest. But
well, have they ever raced?
they don't need to.
Have they ever
Batman's
been
not
on the
known
track?
for being fast.
Have they ever ran around a track? Only
I'm
left turns?
I mean, I'm sure at some point, like at school, they ran around a track as
Let me
boys.
tell you, there's nothing more exhilarating than driving in circles, only turning left. There's something about not thinking about what you're doing and just driving at speeds of over 250 miles per hour, knowing you could die and kill anybody.
250 miles per hour?
Miles per hour. Do you know the unit of miles?
Yeah, I know. It's a mile.
That's what I call my member, the unit of miles.
Wait, you're being very unclear with how you're pronouncing miles per hour and miles per hour.
Let me make myself clear. Miles per hour is how fast you go in an hour in the unit of miles. But the unit of miles is also what I call my member.
Because your name is Miles.
And it's my unit.
You're in your unit, your penis.
But my last name is Prour.
Prower.
Proure.
Prour.
Prour.
You kind of, if you read that, you kind of have to say it in a southern accent.
Miles
Prour.
per hour.
Prour.
Miles per hour.
I got it. I'm going to take another bite of this Butterfinger because
Do so at
I'm
your own
starting to
risk.
sweat a lot. So I'm just going to...
You're having BF withdrawals is what we call it in the biz.
Woo! I got that Butterfinger in
There
there. I'm
he
feeling
is.
good. Here we go.
He's that blue blur. He's
Where
back.
are we going to go? What are we going to do?
We gonna go race. You want to hit the
I
track?
want
Do
to
a
hit the
couple
track.
laps?
I'll get in my Kia Soul, soup it up.
You got your Kia. You got,
Got
your
my
Hyundai.
Soul. Have you ever heard of Korea?
I've heard of Korea.
They pump out some Kias. It's real good.
They got the Kia pumps going. You know what? Just finish off the rest of that Butterfinger. There you go. I know it's hard. Okay, you're foaming a little
Okay,
bit.
that's too much. That's a little too much for me.
It's a little too much Butterfinger.
It feels so good.
Put your finger down your throat.
I'm going too fast.
Throw it
I'm
up.
going too fast.
Slow down. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. It's okay. It's okay. I'm rubbing your head. It's okay. Look me in the eye. It's okay.
What are you doing?
I'm kissing you on the head.
Why is my penis out?
It's okay. Just relax.
Stop it.
You want to go fast?
No.
I can go fast.
No.
Okay, zip it up. That's how you live on the edge, son.
I don't think I like that.
Everyone should do it once in their life, and you just did it. You should be very proud of yourself.
I just got touched and lightly kissed on the tip of my penis.
It's called love, son. You feel the love?
I don't.
That's
I
what
gotta
my mom
say it.
used to do to me, and I'm going to pass it down to you. You going to pass it down to your little boy,
No.
and he'll go fast?
I don't have a little boy.
You will once I'm done with you.
I had a girlfriend, but she's dead now.
You got a dead girl?
Yeah.
I had me one of those once.
Wait, no, I haven't had a dead girl. Like, don't say it like that.
You
But-
gave birth, you stillborn?
No.
I had one of
No,
those too.
a what? So you've had sex with a dead woman?
Let's just save
and you had
that
a
for another
stillborn-
interview.
I don't want to do another interview with you.
Well, why not? You don't want to go fast
You
again?
just sexually assaulted
I got
me.
a race coming up. You got to interview me after the race. It's the Daytona 500. I'm going to sneak in a race.
No, you can't sneak in. I'm telling you now. Please don't sneak
I
in.
painted my Hyundai all black, and I'm going to go in at night
Like in stealth mode.
and park in the shadows.
But then,
and wait till the race starts.
are you going to paint it yellow before the race?
I'm going to paint it during the night. And then when they wheel the cars out to the start line, I'll just roll on in there. And they won't. No, none of them will be any the wiser.
I would say good luck, but I hope that you get caught and you go to jail for a long time.
Well, I'll go fast in jail. You know what? Mom always said, wherever you walk, go fast.
I hope that Butterfingers hears this and pulls their funding for you. You're just a terrible man.
Oh, I've never talked to the people at Butterfinger. I just own a lot of Butterfingers, and I like the taste.
God. Okay. Goodbye, Jeff.
Goodbye. You never told me your name, but I like the head on your shoulders.
And on my penis.
Boys will be boys. That's another ep
This-
in the books.
This was a draining one for me, I gotta say. I'm coming down hard from a Butterfinger cocaine high.
You did more drugs, dude?
I don't know why.
I think you got a problem. I think you're getting addicted.
Yeah, you keep booking interviewees who keep sneaking drugs into
my fault.
things that they give me.
I don't pat them down.
Well, okay. You got to stop getting people who are giving me drugs and like touching me.
Well, you should stop booking immortal beings who are hell-bent on world domination and possessing people's bodies. So let's just call it even.
It seems like we find people based on our own sort of like we attract a certain kind of person.
That's our type.
That's just interesting, and let's not question that anymore.
Let's not question it any further. It's another one in the books. Boys
will be boys. Kicking it off, summer 2016, fun in the sun. Here we go.
Information on the tour.
California Dreaming.
Next episode, Beach Boys. Fun in the sun.
2012.
Surfing safari.
Cooking our barbecue.
Cooking the hot dogs. Baseball games. Peanuts,
slapping it.
Cracker
cracking
Jacks,
it. Jumping and
slapping it.
slapping.